well, the NXT show is out of the way, the Hall of Fame is out of the way, and now we actually get to predict Wrestlemania 35. Holy crap, there are a lot of matches on this card. Let's just get it out of the way. Hi, Voice of Reason here. Kanako's here. Nikki's here. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Make it stop. Make the recording stop.
Don't worry, we're almost done.
Whose idea was it to do a week of videos, huh?
Yours.
I think it was yours.
Damn right it was.
You fucking maniac.
Anyway, okay,
Anyway, on with the pre-show.
Yes, we'll start with the Cruiserweight match. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Nese.
Buddy.
Buddy?
Like, I like Tony Nese and all. He's definitely getting better in the ring. He's getting better on the mic. But I just don't feel like he's the guy to take the title off of Buddy, especially seeing as how they had him.
Here's my simple question. Who does Murphy face after this, though?
I don't know. Some call up.
Only
Lorcan.
Who did?
Like they're starting to put Only Lorcan on 205.
Only Lorcan literally. Only Lorcan literally lost an opportunity to get into this match.
Well, that's why he can get into the next match.
Better question. Who could face Tony Nese?
Pretty much everyone else. Which is why I'm going Tony Nese, also because it's in the New York background, because Long Island guy.
Oh, yeah, he's from New York.
Yep.
I think.
Yes, he is one of 3 Long Island wrestlers that may or may not be on this card. And the only other New York wrestler... Actually, no. 2 other New York wrestlers, Carmella and Mandy Rose. Although I think Mandy's, White Plains, like the White Plains area. But anyway, yes, I'm picking Nese.
Okay.
So 2 of us are picking Nese, 1 of us is picking Buddy Murphy. On to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, so basically the only people in this match that have been announced are tag team people. Like, there's a fucking lot of tag teams in this match. I don't think we need to go through all of them, because that would just be madness.
No.
But let's not and say we did, or better yet, oi, Bobby, picture.
Whoa, look at all of those people. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yes. Also, praise be to Bobby, our magnificent graphics guy.
Praise be to Bobby.
Yes, for without him, you would only hear our voices.
Yes, and that would be very, very boring.
Nothing. Okay.
An empty void of blackness.
So, I guess I'll go first with the picks. We're each taking 2 because it's like a 30-man field or whatever, so it's fine. I'm gonna take my first one's gonna be Andrade. Like, he already feels way bigger than this, so it would only make sense for Andrade to get a semi-big win here, get himself a WrestleMania win. My other choice makes me want to die inside. It's Colin Jost.
I have no idea who this is. See, WWE, this is the
SNL guy.
He is one of the members. He was one of the writers for anchors. I put anchors in quotations for Weekend Update.
Yeah,
See, here's the issue WWE has. They go, oh, we're going to use this American celebrity for their worldwide wrestling company.
Yeah, the same thing fucking happened whenever Gronk showed up at WrestleMania a couple years ago. People were just like, "Who's this big dude? Is he like an NXT developmental guy?" Although now that he's retired, he's probably going to be that. Like, I saw odds for like what he's going to do post Mania, and like become a WWE wrestler was like had like the best odds. It was like 3-2. Yeah, male stripper was at like 500-1.
Yep.
My pick is also Andrade, but I am going with EC3 as my second pick.
You think he'll get out of the doghouse?
Because... no. It was either him or, like, someone who isn't listed at the moment, like Kevin Owens.
Yeah, and there's already 29 people announced, so there's not very many more, like, spots.
Yeah. As for me, I have to go the obvious pick, Braun Strowman. He's been the only one that's actually built up for this battle royale. Sorry, battle royal. But as my other pick, Matt won last year. Why not give it to Jeff?
That sounds like as good a reason as any.
All right, next one.
Next battle royal.
Another one.
The one with the trophy that looks like a uterus.
Yeah. Maybe they'll fix that this year.
I can't be the only one that thought that, right?
No, everyone thought that.
Okay, just checking.
So, I'm looking at our predictions because we've got our predictions written down, but these sometimes change. Mm-hmm. But I think we all agree that Asuka has to win here, otherwise she's done.
I don't think she's done. Like, I think that if she were to be eliminated by, say, Sonya and Mandy, like, if they want to keep that story going, there's potential there.
But the story for that thing wasn't Asuka, Mandy, and Sonya. It was Sonya and Mandy, and Asuka was just happened to be around.
Yeah, but either way,
yeah, we all have Asuka as one of our winners. But who's our second person? My pick is Zelina Vega.
She's tiny.
Alistair's wife.
Yeah, that's.
Did you see the ride along?
Yes.
I
didn't see it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, it was Andrade and Zelina going to Lake Charles, my town. Hey, that's awesome. And yeah. Mm-hmm. And like Alistair called them, and like there is just the broest of romances between Andrade and Alistair.
# best freeway relationship.
Hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, my second pick is Nikki.
Oh well, that's very kind of you.
I think he means Nikki.
Not you, the crazy one.
Well, I thank you for your pick.
Are we sure you're also referring to Nikki?
Well, he is doing My Little Pony reviews again with someone.
Yeah.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder.
It's a mystery.
It's not me, because that ship sailed from me for like ages ago.
I know, but it's a hard habit to kick. Yeah. My third is Lacey Evans. Like they.
But she'll never get to the ring.
Yeah, but she can just overcome her fear of getting into the ring. Like,
you know what's going to happen?
I believe in her.
I'll tell you what's going to happen, Nikki. This is what's going to happen. Everyone's in the ring. Her music is going to hit. She's going to walk down, get up to the ring, and wave at everyone. Someone's going to get instantly eliminated because they're distracted by her, and then she's going to turn and walk away.
That hurts.
No. What's even better?
Kills the lace.
Like no, she walks up, she gets in the ring, waves, and then eliminates herself.
And then walks. Like she eliminates herself like a lady.
Yep.
Yes.
Because she cannot be tossed over the rope like some
ruffian
woman. But, she must exit the ring as a lady.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. As a lady would like be between the first and second ropes, so she'll never be eliminated.
Huh.
No, there are ways to eliminate go over the top rope as a lady.
Yeah, you could go over the top turnbuckle.
Yes.
Either way, like they keep saying that she's gonna be due for some big push, and maybe this would be the start of that, but I don't know.
Okay.
I've got Asuka over her anyway, so.
All right. Anyway, next match. It is Kurt Angle's retirement match against Baron Corbin.
Fuck.
Is that a misprint?
No, that doesn't appear to be a misprint, unless they change that out with John Cena at the last second. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
There is a long list of people who we would rather see in this match.
Like, basically go to the list of people in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Or the Women's Battle Royale. Or the TNA roster. Or literally fucking anyone.
As an example, from the Battle Royal, you could go with Bobby Roode. You could go with Chad Gable. You could go with...
Did you miss the part where I said literally everyone?
Yeah, but some people, I'm saying, okay, these people you could legitimately go, yeah, I'd love to see that match. Shelton Benjamin is an example.
Yeah, how is Shelton Benjamin not in the like the Angle retirement tour?
I
know, it's really weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'd love to see Angle do? He retires from wrestling, but he becomes Chad Gable's coach.
I'd like that. I know. Well, I know it has to be after Starcast
with the whistle and everything.
Yeah, go wacky with it. It's Kurt Angle. Have fun.
No, the only thing is that it would have to like take place after Starcast because I think he was announced for that as well.
Oh, speaking of Starcast,
anyway.
do you know who? Have you noticed who's not on the card?
Undertaker.
That's odd. But oddly enough, I'm not missing him.
Undertaker can show up at any point. Anyway, predicting the matches.
I got Angle. I think he's gonna win his retirement match.
He's going to shut Baron.
As much as I'd love to see Baron Corbin get humiliated, does that make him a good heel?
I don't know. He's been doing some at least good heel work since like he's
decent.
Yeah. Not
I wouldn't say good.
Not awful, but it's passable.
Yeah, I saw a thing somewhere where someone was asking if he's the new Miz. Like, because remember early in his career, Miz was just nigh on intolerable.
Huh.
So, maybe. We'll see. But, no, I'm going to take Corbin. Because, the whole thing so far is that, Angle has been beating basically everyone on his retirement tour. So, wait, who did he lose to?
Corbin.
Well, I mean, ever since.
Well,
how long ago was that?
Well, it technically didn't beat AJ Styles.
Oh, well, he's beating a lot of the people on the retirement tour.
Here's the thing, though. The story has been Baron Corbin's been saying, Kurt Angle can't win matches anymore. He should just retire.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to refute the heel's words is to, for his retirement match, beat him.
And yeah, well, I get that, and I know that they love humiliating Baron Corbin, but it's your last match,
So
your tradition dictates you're supposed to go out on your back.
Trish Stratus.
How long ago was that?
2006. That was Unforgiven 2006. Trish won her retirement match.
The list of people who've won their retirement matches, I feel like, is way shorter than people who lost them.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, next match.
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
This has been great.
This is the only match on this card. I actually was going back and forth on who I want to pick. I would be satisfied with either person winning.
Yeah.
I picked AJ Styles because Randy is I hate to say this, but Randy Orton doesn't have a gimmick right now. He doesn't have a character. His character is I'm Randy Orton because he dropped the whole I'm the indie guy killer / like if he was still doing that and putting that forward, I'd say
his whole thing right now is that he keeps disparaging AJ for his time in the indies. He keeps saying stuff like, "Oh, while you were working at bingo halls and high school gymnasiums, I was headlining Wrestlemania." Blah 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 blah.
And getting caught with drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
AJ's got comebacks for him.
Yeah, this is WWE versus the Indies personified.
Exactly.
Yes. Thus, I am, as the indie guy, picking the indie guy.
As much as I would love to pick AJ to win this feud, I'm thinking WWE's gonna squeak out a win in this one and say Orton's gonna win this.
Okay, this is very simple. Does Randy Orton or does AJ Styles have a move that can be very easily and very coolly countered by an RKO?
They've already done it.
Does he have any other ones? Can you imagine a 450 splash countered with an RKO? That would be fucking sick. And they're gonna do it.
I doubt it because the 450 is how the 450 is done is you get that final rotation right near the end, thus us hitting the RKO and making it look decent is I think too hard for Randy.
Well, maybe, but if you go back and watch the Shooting Star Press one he did to Evan Bourne, like he just caught it at the very end. So I don't think that's too much of a detriment. That's too much.
The issue is a shooting star press is easier to get into that position than a 450 because the 450 there is
faster rotation.
Faster rotation and there's side to side movement possibilities. Thus, you would need to get it spot on. Both men would have to get spot on, and they're both really good, but you need really, really good chemistry for that. And I don't think Orton and AJ have that level of chemistry.
I think they do. Like, they've had a couple of matches before, and they've been really good. So I'm taking...
There's a difference between really good chemistry and... Like, I when I say good chemistry, I mean, like Rock Austin levels of chemistry.
Well, and on top of that... Go ahead.
Anyway, go on.
Okay, so on top of that, like, I think that if Randy wins, then maybe he could, like, go into a feud with Kofi, because they've got a whole bunch of baggage in the past, like the whole stupid thing. Like,
that's literally the only thing they really have.
Wars have been fought over less. Never forget, they're fighting over shampoo. Anyway,
yes,
well, I'm taking Orton.
But I was
next match.
Voice.
Okay, next match. Roman Reigns return singles match versus Drew McIntyre.
How many times do we have a return match go belly up for the person who's returning? Very fucking often.
Huh.
So you're taking Drew?
I'm taking Drew, but I'm thinking this might be the start of a longer term feud between the two of them.
That's very possible. Like, they have... I'm sure they have some good chemistry.
I could also very much see this match ending in a DQ with someone winning. Like, for instance, a person who is oddly absent from the card.
Oh, like
Oh, Dean!
Dean just running
Nah,
in.
Dean's gone.
Dean runs out and attacks Drew, and that's that's the last thing he does. He beats up Drew McIntyre and costs Roman Reigns his return match.
I don't know
Maybe.
the way now that fans are firmly behind Reigns and that Drew is a very valid opponent. As far as a big guy can move and basically destroy you with a kick. But I think they're gonna give the W to Reigns on this one.
I just think that instantly throwing him, I think he needs to lose just a little bit before he starts racking up big wins against top level opponents like Drew.
How long have we been saying that about Roman?
Yes, but now he's actually being cheered, so we can get some babyface love on him instead of just.
I disagree. Now that the fans are on board, Vince is full steam ahead. He's just like, let the mega push begin!
Here's the issue, though. If he does that again, what's the likelihood on people turning on Roman again?
What's the likelihood of Vince learning his lesson? He's bringing back the XFL. Like he does not learn his lessons.
He's actually taking on advice, which one of them might have been mine with an app for fantasy draft and fantasy.
I'm sure he got some
football.
Good advice in the first time around. I'm sure it wasn't just like, I'm gonna beat the NFL my way.
You say that, but it was Crazy Vince at the time. Crazy Vince.
I was about to say, and what are you calling this version of him?
Less Crazy Vince, because he actually has some balancing voices talking to him.
Anyway, I'm taking Roman because when in doubt, take Roman.
Next match.
I would like, actually, on that, I would like to point out something.
Mm-hmm.
What's Roman's win-loss record against Brock again?
He is.
Is he fighting Brock?
Oh.
My point.
Match.
My point is more Roman, like saying when in doubt, pick Roman is a stupid reason.
Anyway, next match.
Because how many times did you guys say
logic?
Yes, but how many times did you say Roman's gonna win this? And I said Brock is gonna win this, and then Brock won.
Okay, is Drew on Brock's level?
I think so.
Stop. Actually, he lost to Dolph. Get the fuck out of here, Dad.
Anyway, next match.
Next match. Falls Count Anywhere. Shane McMahon versus The Miz.
The Miz wins.
Miz wins.
Heel Shane has been great.
Oh, I love the evil look after the Falls Count Anywhere match with Sanity was great.
Yeah.
See. Here's the issue, though. Shane McMahon is literally a bargain basement Vince McMahon, and is actually doing worse.
He's not trying to be Vince, though. Like he's got his.
How many times has Vince has had a direct rival who he has then stacked the deck against in handicap matches?
That's basic wrestling storytelling.
And changed match stipulations and used his employees to get what he wants.
Yeah, that's called being a bastard authority heel. Like that's like what they teach you on day one.
Herb Abrams?
Bischoff.
No, Sir Herb.
Actually,
Roasted.
No, Bischoff wasn't first because he wasn't a character until after Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Ha!
Well, no, I would say before that, Herb Abrams.
Yeah, but nobody remembers him.
Yeah.
Nah, I guess you're right.
But But no, Shane's being like all calm and like, hey, look, here's my new screensaver of me beating up your dad. Isn't this nice? Like he's being an asshole heel like authority figure, but not in the same vein as Vince.
Like he's like being very, very passive aggressive, and I love it.
Exactly.
Which I find boring.
I find that endlessly entertaining because that's how I am a lot of the time.
Anyway, next match is a fatal 4-way for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Bar versus Nakamusev.
Is that what we're really going with on that one?
I'm going with this one. I'm going the Brian Zane. The Brian Zane naming.
I'm sorry, but everyone is going to fade to black because the one and only tag team are going to win this.
The Usos?
No.
Oh.
Ricochet and Aleister Black. I just literally used their gimmick.
Oh, one and only. Okay.
Yeah, the one and only fade to black. Yeah, they need a name.
Yeah. But the problem is, like, you think about it, and there's nothing that really sticks out. Like, their names don't really mesh well together. It's just kind of two people. Two people have great chemistry, but, like...
Great chemistry and really good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we're not picking the Usos is because free agency! Whee!
Well, they actually just signed a huge contract extension.
Apparently?
Yeah.
Or...
No, I mean, like, I just saw it on Squared Circle. I'm gonna look it up just to be safe, but y'all can, like, while I'm doing that, y'all can go ahead and start picking.
Well, I'm also taking... Well, I'm gonna be taking Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev on this one.
Why?
Because I like them, and they need a reason to be together.
Okay, here it is.
Other than being heel and foreign?
Yeah, maybe you can turn them into the next Bar. That's why I'm taking them. Anyway, here it is.
Speaking of the Bar.
Yeah, they exist in this match. They're on the card. Okay, so PW Insider first reported that the Usos signed a 5-year deal with a pay raise. Jimmy and Jay's contracts were set to expire at the end of the month, and there was speculation that they could jump to All Elite, and the deal was actually signed a few weeks ago.
All right, next match. Just announced The Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
This is the state of the Raw Tag Division, ladies and gentlemen. It can be summed up like that.
So, Revival are losing the titles here because they don't want to be in WWE anymore, and I do not blame them.
Yep, because they're about to get pinned by goddamn Kurt Hawkins.
Mr. I can't win a match.
It's literally his only character trait.
You know what's even worse? Mr. I can't win a match, and I only had one televised match on Raw the entire year, and that was on the New Year's Eve show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ryder.
Hi, Best Broski. But yeah, I'm taking the New York Bros to win this one.
Edgeheads.
Say yeah.
I think that's a depressed, poor Revival.
Yeah, poor guys.
Poor top guys.
I just want to be the top guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. This match is in doubt because Rey got hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at the time of this recording, we are still waiting to hear if this match is on or off the card. So,
or if it's Rey versus Joe.
Or Joe versus someone else.
Maybe Ali.
Yeah. Or Andrade, because he was involved in this feud.
Could be fun, but it'd also be heel versus heel.
I don't know, Joe's acting more face recently.
Also, they have been known to do heel versus heel if it's an emergency,
Sure.
like this
But-
would be.
Yeah. Well, for right now, let's just go with what we've got in front of us, and that's Joe and Mysterio. I'm taking Joe. Because
Joe.
if you look
Joe.
at the rest of the card that I'm taking, it is very, very face heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
gotta have some bad guys go over.
Yep, I got Joe as well. Someone's getting suffocated by the Kakina clutch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Next match.
For the Intercontinental Championship, it's Bobby Lashley versus the Demon, Finn Balor.
And that means we're getting Demon Finn Balor entrance at Mania, meaning
Yes.
this match has to go on late in the card, and it has to be at night.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. And it also has to last less than 3 minutes.
No, it has to last more than 5 minutes. It has to be longer than the match.
Oh, I meant the match.
Oh,
I meant the match has to be less than 3 minutes.
Yes, the match has to be shorter than the entrances.
Yeah, because A, they've got to find room to cram 75 matches onto the card, but also B, like, if you remember last time he brought out the Demon, it was against Baron, and then he munched on Baron.
He made Baron look like a something that also starts with B.
Yeah.
So, yep, we're all going Demon Finn.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm going to.
If it was regular Finn, I'd be more inclined to believe that Lashley might win, but nah.
Actually, funny thing.
It would be.
I actually predicted that when I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago when there was a sign that Balor pointed to. It said bring out the demon. He pointed to it, and what?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm half inclined to say that guy was a plant.
Anyway,
Very possible.
The way they framed the shot of Finn pointing to that exact sign might have been foreshadowing. But anyway, next
possibly.
yes. Anyway, next match. It is for the women's tag team championship. The Boston Hug Connection versus the Divas of Doom, aka Natalya and Beth Phoenix, versus Nia Jax and Tamina versus the Iconics. Sorry,
I love the
The
Iconics.
Iconics are going to win this match.
I just
They're just so good.
I love the Iconics. They're adorable heels, and I want to hug them.
How many heels
Also,
did you say that about?
I would like to point out female Australian wrestlers are really good.
Hi, Tony Storm.
Hi,
Hey,
Emma.
Ray. Rhea Ripley, Emma,
Yeah,
Tony Storm,
Yeah.
the Iconics,
aka Emma's.
You're on a good run.
Yep. Yes, but
me.
anyway,
Fuck you.
anyway,
I've literally never seen you wrestle.
I haven't wrestled.
Okay, then.
I was having fun. Anyway, yeah, Iconics. I think me and Nikki are agreeing that we've had a face team, so how about we have a heel team win it?
yes, I'll take the Iconics too. Bring it over to the SmackDown brand. I love them.
Yeah.
Actually, you would be wrong. I'm taking Sasha and Bailey to retain.
How dare you?
How dare I? Because I still want to see that match between Sasha and Bailey versus the Sky Pirates.
But Sky Pirates versus the Iconics.
Sasha and Bailey would be better.
Hmm.
Like, I love the Iconics, don't get me wrong.
Triple threat match.
That works.
Nah, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
2-on-2.
Well, I was about to say one-on-one match in a tag team thing. It's a bit hard.
Hey,
The math doesn't really work.
I would take either combination of those two teams 1-on-1.
True.
Sasha versus
Fair point.
Io, Bailey versus Kyrie. Can't go wrong.
Anyway, next match.
Next match. Triple H versus Batista. No holds barred. If Triple H loses, he must retire from professional wrestling.
From wrestling.
Right. The actual grappy part.
Yes. Hence why I'm picking Batista.
Oh.
Triple H doesn't wrestle very much anymore. Or if he's going to have his retirement match, out of the people who you would pick, for me it would be either Batista or Randy.
I just don't know about, like, having somebody who's... Like, we don't even know if Batista's going to have another match after this.
That's true.
He's just as old as Trips.
So, just because Batista stops wrestling after this match doesn't mean he can't win.
Yeah, but, like, this is the same thing as the Baron thing earlier. Like, you're supposed to give someone the rub. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's giving the rub to Triple H. See, the whole giving the rub thing is you're giving it to a younger talent. By your own admission, Triple H and Batista are roughly the same age.
They're both like 50.
If Triple H beats Batista, he gives Batista the rub. Who cares? If Batista gets beaten by Triple H and doesn't wrestle again, he's beaten by Triple H. Who cares?
I really don't follow your logic on this one.
My logic is you can't give someone the rub if they're not going to wrestle much at all. Yeah, you can't use that rub for anything then.
Yeah, but
so
Triple H is still consistently wrestling at every Mania. Like I can't remember. Yeah, he's been at every Mania. Like for like the last 12 years or whatever.
Since 2000 since 2000. Trying to think, was the last time he did not wrestle?
I think 23.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he missed 23 because of.
So 2 years. 24 was last year.
23.
20. I heard 30.
No, he's
33.
He's been wrestling since WrestleMania 24.
Okay. Either way, like there's going to be somebody who he'll fight next year who is younger and can get that rub of retiring Triple H. Maybe it is Orton. Like, but at least he's there every week. And can benefit from that rub. Batista, I don't think so.
Also, the whole rub thing is also a misnomer because who retired Ric Flair? Shawn Michaels. Who retired Undertaker? No one. Who retired Shawn Michaels? Undertaker.
Is that what you're trying to say?
It's usually more likely someone who they have feuded with for a long time than a young bloke.
Yeah, but it's still somebody who's there every week.
Undertaker there every week?
Back in like 2010. Anyway, and on top of that, like another part of the whole build to this was that Batista has like Triple H has never beaten Batista, which I don't think is true, but that's what we're going with, so we'll go with that.
I think on pay-per-view, at least.
That's
actually
fair, I think.
Wait,
but
yeah. Going back, Triple H and Batista never fought until their Mania match.
Correct.
Then Batista beat Triple H
3 times.
Then they stayed away from each other for a very long time. I don't think they actually have had that many matches where Triple H has won.
Yeah, hence why the whole thing is like Triple H has never beaten me.
Yeah. So it would make sense for that whole thing to get paid off with Triple H finally beating Batista.
And unless it holds true to form and Batista does win.
They could do that, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where I wasn't sure how they're going to go with it because there's a million ways they could go with it. But I think Triple H retiring from in-ring in competition and focusing on NXT and wrestling normal, and the house shows and all that kind of stuff is better for him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm taking trips.
All right. Next match.
Next match.
We finally get into the matches that could have main evented this show.
All three.
We'll start off with
all three of them.
Yep. We start with the Universal title match. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins.
Out of all the three matches, I think this probably has the weakest build.
Well, yeah, that's gonna happen when you have Brock. I only appear like 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the convoluted mess that is the actual main event at least was built up from show to show. This, not as much. I mean, occasionally you'll have Paul Heyman and Seth spit some bars.
Yeah, but the problem is Paul Heyman has the same he when was the last time he had a new line? He has been saying, this is not a prediction, this is a spoiler since, Mania 30. It's...
I don't know. I mean, the closest... Well, I don't know. I think even Paul's slipping because I remember, what was it? I think it was 2 weeks ago where he had the Thoughts and Prayers promo. Mm-hmm. That was that I think is... That was kind of backwards because the whole Thoughts and Prayers thing, for those wrestling fans, the whole Thoughts and Prayers thing is far to, at least with gun violence, that, oh, your thoughts and prayers are meaningless. That's the opposite way. Because the whole screw your thoughts and prayers actually do something thing is, the victims of gun violence, the younger generation saying, no, screw your thoughts and prayers, actually do something. And now he's making that. Now Paul Heyman is turning that around on the younger generation. So it seems that thing seemed a little backwards.
Yeah, it's not as good as it once was, unfortunately, with Paul. But yeah, unfortunately, well, at this point, I've learned my lesson with Brock because we were talking earlier. Roman wins all, but I will believe that Brock doesn't have the title when I see it.
But when he's over in UFC actually fighting and not coming over to Raw at all.
Right. And also, there's the nagging little thought in the back of my head that is screaming, Roman's back. Roman will take the title off of Brock.
There is also the thing that's screaming in the back of my head, which is contract extension.
Did he sign one?
Well, no, but he could. He literally could sign one the night of.
Yeah, he did it 31.
Yeah.
So is it wrong to say I'm a bit of an optimist?
You know what? WrestleMania is the one time of year where, you can afford to be optimistic because this is supposed to be the payoff for everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of taking Seth on this one.
And that's fair.
Okay, next match for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Holy crap, this build has been fucking awesome!
It has been terrific. Daniel Bryan is having more fun than anyone in wrestling. The promos that he's got, the fresh afternoon thing. We'll replace the New Day with with 3 guys from NXT. We'll call them the Fresh Afternoon. They'll throw waffles into the crowd, and they'll be way more over than you were. God damn, Daniel Bryan is inspired.
Oh my.
Here's the thing. I love the fact that that he's going the words he's saying about Kofi Kingston and the New Day could very easily be turned against him.
Right.
Oh, you're not over your gimmick, your what is it? What did he say? you're not over your like gimmick or whatever it was is over.
It's nothing. It's nothing but a fad.
Easily, yeah, like and that kind of stuff was used against him with the Yes movement.
Oh yeah,
being called a B+ player, like all this stuff is getting.
The parallels between Kofi's rise and Daniel's rise are not subtle.
Turnabout is fair play in this case.
Which is why I think we're all picking the same person.
Oh yeah,
yep,
right.
Yeah, if Kofi doesn't win, we riot.
Yeah, the over-under on signs in the crowd that say if Kofi wins, we'll riot. That will be visible on the half.
You mean if Kofi loses, we riot?
What did I say? You said if Kofi wins, we riot.
If Kofi wins.
Well, why not? Why not? If Kofi wins, we riot with happiness.
Yeah. Riot like they do when teams win the Super Bowl.
Philadelphia wins the Super Bowl, or like the Patriots win the Super Bowl.
The Patriots win the Super Bowl so often it's meaningless.
Yeah. No. When Chicago wins the Stanley Cup.
When Chicago wins the World Series.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, all on Kofi.
Poor White Sox.
Oh, they won in 2005.
Yeah,
they broke a streak. A longer streak than the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Looks over at the Cubs. Good boys.
Yeah, but nothing can compete with the Cubs actually winning the World Series. That's like the greatest thing to ever happen to sports.
Yeah. Okay.
Indeed.
Yes.
Speaking of great things happening to sports,
final match:
Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. Winner gets all the belts.
What a convoluted mess.
Convoluted is not like. Here's the thing. Convoluted isn't even like. That's understating how bullshit this storyline was.
It's bonkers. It's and that's me putting it in PG.
Yes. It's been insanity, but it can all be forgiven if the match is good. And if the match is good and the right person wins, and I feel like that's got to be where they're going.
There is the terrible idea. Yeah, there are three worlds we could live in. World 1, Ronda Rousey wins both titles, then buggers off to have a family.
That's dumb. Unless
like I said,
she stays around.
Free worlds. Free worlds. That one. World 2. Charlotte Flair wins both belts, and we never hear the fucking end of it to the ends of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
World 3, which is the world we all want to live in, Becky Lynch wins, and she's the best woman in the world.
Yeah. Like, the way that they're booking this, it's not title unification. That's an important distinction to make, because this means that she can defend either belt individually. Like, she could have a storyline going for the Raw for the Raw Women's title, and a storyline going for the SmackDown Women's title. Like,
also,
and if you're, well, hang on, let me finish this real quick. If you're going to book someone like that, they need to be a warrior, and like, the most warrior-y of these three is Becky. Proceed.
Also, this doesn't have her holding both belts doesn't have to last that long, because the next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank.
Right.
So whoever wins the women's Money in the Bank match will
most likely beat Becky for one of the belts.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah. I would at least have one pay-per-view where she has a match with both, where she defends both, like successfully.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that happens immediately. I'm just saying when with the Money in the Bank contract in play immediately, it actually makes really cool storylines, because she's got to worry after every single title match she has that her title, either one of her titles, could get taken away.
Yeah, but also, like, if you have her defend one of the titles at the start of the show and another one of her titles at the end of the show, and she's just beaten all to hell, but she's still holding both titles, man, that's going to be a hell of a look. Like,
yeah, and if you really wanted to, like, you're about to have the you have the end card pop up, but then have the cash in.
Do the Gargano
because
thing.
Have the cash in. No, well, you'd keep the camera on, but because it's so quick, also the whole end card thing that's at the bottom, they can have that up as long as they want.
Yeah, well, I was like referring to when Ciampa turned on Gargano. Like they flashed the little dealy bob, and then right then that's when Ciampa was like, "This is my time," and then he killed they killed Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, but this WrestleMania has the chance to be one of those WrestleManias that is on our best list, but it has equal amounts of possibility of being on the worst list because of who wins what matches.
Right. It honestly, it feels like it's going to be. It has a very high chance of being a 32 situation where the wrestling itself is actually good, but the booking and how everything plays out is going to be bad. That's why, for the longest time, I thought 32 was a bad show, and then I switched that over to 34 being worse. Okay, but anyway, I think we're all on board for Becky winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that concludes the WrestleMania 35 predictions. Tomorrow is WrestleMania, so I think it's time we talk about what made WrestleMania special to us. So we're going to talk about our favorite WrestleMania moments. And just a heads up, and for those paying attention, the next prediction will be for Money in the Bank. So we'll see you Sunday, and then after that, probably a Raw after thing, and then Money in the Bank. So catch you then.